Q, can you give us an update on Cole and kind of how that all came about today?
Well, first of all, it was just cramping in his, I believe it was his left calf. But before that, we should just say how he pitched his butt off. I mean, that was incredible. But yeah, he came off the field. I actually, he was walking by me, and he said something, but I couldn't tell what he said, so I just said, "You're good," like kind of joking with him, like he's definitely going back out there. And then he called me down the tunnel and just said, "Last couple hitters, my leg was cramping," and we've been through this before. It doesn't usually just all of a sudden stop happening, so we needed to make a decision, not a decision. We needed to make a move there. And so we got Sammy ready as quick as we could.
And that was in the sixth that he said, after the sixth that he said that?
Yeah, as he walked by after the sixth.
Any concern moving forward for him?
No, none at all. Yeah, he'll hydrate, he'll do all the stuff they need to do. And it was very mild, but, he was being honest with us because we've been down that road before, and it doesn't usually go well after that.
Matt, sticking in the sixth inning, were you surprised that Brandon Hyde let Burns pitch, or Burns decided to pitch to Bobby? Were you expecting them to walk Bobby there?
I was not surprised. I mean, that guy was incredible today. I mean, he's got incredible stuff. He locates. That's your best pitcher and our best hitter. That's why you play this game, right? But I would have been more surprised if he walked him.
Go to Jalen on your left, man.
Hey, Q, the aggressiveness of Maikel Garcia, what kind of significant role did that play in helping you guys scratch across that run in the sixth?
Yeah, that was the difference. He works a tremendous at bat for the walk, steals second, scores on the hit. That is the difference in the game, and we know that's his capabilities. We know how good he is at stealing bases, and everyone does, right? I mean, it's no secret, but to be able to execute there and for be in scoring position for Bobby we'll take that chance every day of the week.
Manager Q, the cumulative effort from your pitching staff, a shutout on the road from guys who've never been in this situation before?
Yeah, what do you say? I mean, the start from Cole sets the tone, right? I mean, the efficiency. Clearly, if he doesn't cramp there, he's going to go back out. We get Sammy ready in a hurry. They gave him, some extra time because we told him he was coming out because of an injury. But 10-pitch inning for Sam Long after getting behind 2-0 to the first hitter. Bubic, he just keeps improving. It's a tough. I haven't seen the pitches, but a tough walk to Henderson. That's a great at bat. Henderson has really good at bats. And then Ursig, coming in the biggest spot of his career, keeping his nerves calm, and then going. That's a long time to sit after in the top of the ninth for nothing. We didn't end up scoring, and he has to go back out there and face. O'Hearn's one of the elite pinch hitters in the game. And then so on and so forth down the line there. But every pitch is just monumental there, and I couldn't be more proud of those guys.
Got Gabe on your right, man.
For two guys in their first playoff game and looking at the situations they got through after the scratch double, what did you see from Cole at that point? And then obviously Ursig in the at-bat to Santander, how good was he there?
Yeah, well, even Mullins led off that third inning with a double, and Cole pitched around that. Coming around to the top of the order there, that's incredible. But the first and third, the 3-pitch strikeout, I mean, you could tell he was bearing down right there. And then we know how good Henderson is at the plate, and to get the strikeout there that's enormous for us. And you could see the emotion on Cole's face, and gave the dugout a huge boost.
Go to Annie.
Q, could you see any emotion from Ragans at all going out to the mound to start this thing? I mean, given that this is his first playoff appearance, and
I don't think so. My interaction with him today, was we were dealing with the weather there, and so I communicated with him a few times, but he seemed very calm. He seemed, who knows what it was like on the inside. I'm sure you guys will ask him, but I felt really good when I saw those first two fastballs be 97, 98, and in the zone. So the fact that he was controlling his emotions and able to execute right out of the gate. And then the other thing that really made me feel good was the 7-pitch second inning. It got him back on track, and because it looked like Burns. I mean, he just threw one strike after another, so we didn't want that pitch count to get up.
And then Sorry, just one more. Just if you could describe the atmosphere today in a 1-0 game and kind of how you managed through that at the end too, just being able to get that game 1 win.
Yeah, you definitely want game 1, right? And we did just enough on the offensive side. The pitching was remarkable. The atmosphere was great. I mean, you could tell right away, right from the anthem when they scream, "Oh," I mean, it was loud. But it helps when you're not letting them get on the board to keep things in check. So other than that, these are great fans. We know it's a great baseball city, and it's fun to be in this environment.
I think we have 3 more, Jalen.
How pleased were you with some of the defensive plays out there? Tommy Pham's sliding catch, a couple of plays from Bobby as well.
Well, Tommy, that's a great play right there. It was an early in the count swing to get a quick out. That's a difference maker there. The other one, Bobby's play on Santander, that ball was probably spinning like crazy. So to be able to take his time, he went down with 2 hands and made a strong throw. I mean, that's a huge spot in the game.
Michael?
Yep. I'm sure you've answered a million questions about Salvador Perez's leadership, but I was struck by him going out to the mound in that middle of that bat with Urseg out there in the 9th inning. What is having a leader like that on the field do for you, particularly with, in partnership with a really explosive, excitable closer?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you noticed that because Salvi does that frequently. He knows the right times. He understands, he's been doing this a long time. He understands his role on this team as a leader. And he doesn't just go out there to go out there. He goes out there when he's got something to say and understands that he can make a difference. You probably won't see it here, but he also does it when he's playing first base. He'll go from first and understand that this is the right time. He's a tremendous person, a tremendous leader. But in those instances, that's the guy we want out there to understand what's happening.
We'll finish up with Rustin back center.
Q, just to go back to Cole for a moment, we've seen the numbers he's put up the last year and a half, but what kind of confidence boost did he bring to the clubhouse, just his presence since he got here last year?
Well, I think when he got here, I don't know if any of us knew what was ahead, but we were excited to get him. We had heard really good things, and then once August hit last year, it was remarkable. I mean, American League Pitcher of the Month. I think I might have mentioned, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, the fact that Cole approached the offseason and spring training like he was trying to make the team and didn't even entertain the thought that he might be the opening day starter will tell you something about his humility and his growth mindset and his ability to continue to improve. And that's why we've seen, as you know, baseball season's a long haul, right? So he's gone through his ups and downs. He's had a couple bumps in the road here, but this is what makes it all worthwhile for him to be able to go out there, step up, and show what he can do on a national stage.
Hey, Cole, can you just describe what you felt in the 6th inning and then coming in the dugout and telling Q that maybe your calf had cramped up?
Yeah, I just felt it kind of grabbing a little bit. Didn't want to push it too far, want to be healthy. Plan on having, quite a few more starts. So just didn't want to push it to where it ends up, being something more serious than it needs to be.
Was it something where you could have gone out, but obviously looking toward the future?
If we wanted to push it potentially, but I didn't want to push it. Felt, it was there. Like it was every pitch. I could feel it there for the last, batter or two.
Go to Jalen on your left.
Hey, Cole, going through in that 5th inning there, being able to work around the double and the walk, what was just the thought process, game plan facing McCann and then going and facing Henderson?
Execute. Trust the guys behind me. Trust Sal back there behind the dish and just try to execute. Those guys behind me are really good. So just, try to execute, get some weak contact, something like that, and, keep the game close.
Cole, I know it's a short playoff series, so there's a lot of adrenaline anyway, but do you get amped up to face somebody like Burns more than if it's just somebody else?
I don't really get amped up to face an opposing pitcher. It's more so the hitters. Like I said, I can't control what Burns does. Obviously, he's a really good pitcher. He's been a really good pitcher. Everybody knows that. So it's more so, I do my homework on the hitters, and I try to execute my pitches.
Second row on your left, Cole.
Hey, Cole, we saw, speaking of amped up, a lot of emotion out of you. Just talk about the emotion you had out there on the mound and the atmosphere in this game 1.
Yeah, I mean, first and third one out, and I don't know if it was 1-0 yet or not, but you know, that's a big spot in the game. You know, felt like I executed my pitches well, and you know, got out of a jam right there. So let a little bit out, but yeah.
We'll stay there.
You said that you were feeling it with every pitch, the cramping in your leg, and Matt Quatraro was talking about how he could see the emotion on your face, bottom of the sixth. Were you fighting to get through the sixth inning? What was going on?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's get a shutdown inning right there to keep the momentum on our side. So just trying to execute my pitches, get some, you know, some weak contact, early contact, and you know, get back in the dugout.
Go to Chelsea, 5 rows on your right, Cole.
You mentioned you don't really care about who the opposing pitcher is, but when you get into that game and it's 0-0, then 1-0, does that change a lot for you? How much did the score kind of affect the way you went about things?
I feel like regardless of the score, I still have to execute my pitches and get guys out. So it's just same game plan, regardless if it's 0-0 or it's, you know, 6-0. It's, you know, I still got to execute. I still got to throw strikes and, you know, trust the guys behind me.
We'll go to Gabe.
In terms of kind of toggling between controlling your emotions and maybe leveraging your emotions, did you find yourself kind of going back and forth between like trying to maintain the slow heartbeat and then tapping into the adrenaline that was out there in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to, you know, it's the same game we've played all year. It's just a little louder, you know, that kind of stuff. So just trying to, you know, control my breathing, not try to do too much. You know, what we've done as a team to get to this point is, you know, it's good enough. It's what's got us here. So just trying to, you know, not do too much and, you know, go out there and execute.
Go to Jalen in the third row.
Cole, what'd you see pretty much out of your teammate, your bullpen teammates, Sam Long, Chris Bubich, Lucas Ursay, to kind of hold the lead and protect it for you at the end of the game?
Yeah, they're incredible. They've been incredible. They're fun to watch. You know, it's, you know, just filling it up, going at guys. Like I said, they're unbelievable and they're fun to watch.
Britt in the back center, Cole.
Cole, when you're playing a series that's this short, essentially it's a sprint. I know game one's always important, but for you guys to come in here in enemy territory and take game one, I mean, what does that mean, and what is kind of the mood in the clubhouse right now?
Yeah, I mean, this team is special. It's fun to be around. We know what we're capable of, and it's just, you know, everybody's pulling for everybody, everybody's pushing everybody, and it's just so much fun to show up and play for these guys every single day. So, you know, we know what's on the line, and, you know, we want to play baseball for another month. So it just show up every day, and we pull for each other and trust each other.
Anything else for Cole? Annie.
Kind of along those lines, pitching has been such a big part of the identity of this team all year, none more so than today. What have you felt the biggest differences as a staff going from last year to this year as a whole to make the season what it has been?
I mean, when you bring in guys that have been here before, they've pitched in the playoffs, they know what it takes throughout the year to get to this point and continue to go further than this. There's so much knowledge in that clubhouse with guys. I mean, Lugo, Waka, you know, Will Smith, Strat, all those guys that have, you know, they've been around for a while. And they're unbelievable humans. You know, it's so easy to talk to them about, you know, certain things, you know, about, you know, hey, what do you change anything here, or what would you do here, and, you know, that kind of stuff. I feel like that's so big, just having guys that you can, you know, lean on and talk to about stuff like that. And, you know, it's obviously they're unbelievable baseball players, but they're even better human beings.
Maikel, when you get on base, I mean, how quickly are you looking to take the bag there? And I mean, how much of a part is that a part of your game, your identity?
Cuando te envasas, que tan rápido buscan robar base, ¿cómo forma parte de tu identidad ese tipo de jugada?
Conociendo al pitcher y ya sabemos quién es Boris, sabemos que él es lento para el home, y la idea era de que llegáramos a base, tratar de robarle la base.
You got to study the pitcher. We knew that he was slow going to the plate, and we were all looking to get on base and go to second.
Go across the way to Chelsea.
Given how well Burns was pitching, when you were able to work that walk, are you immediately thinking, I got to get to second because this is our shot to score?
Con lo bien que estaba pichando Burns, ¿tú piensas que cuando trabajaste con ese boleto era automático llegar a segunda para poder anotar una carrera?
Sí, yo le dije a los compañeros míos de que yo llegue a base, me voy a robar la segunda porque sé que él es lento y sabemos que él es un buen pitcher y tenemos que tratar de anotar una carrera.
Yeah, I told everybody, all my teammates, we know he's a good pitcher, and as soon as I worked that walk, I was automatic. I was just trying to go to second base.
All right, who's up next? We'll go to Annie and then Jeff.
We've talked about this before, just getting on base for Bobby and Vinny and Salvi. How much does that change without Vinny in the last month, and getting him back today, just getting those three back in the lineup? What does that do for you guys?
Hemos hablado de esto antes, sin Vini en el line-up, se trata de envasarse para Bobby, para Salvi. ¿Cómo se ha sentido estas últimas 2 semanas sin Vini en el line-up y ahora con él incluyendo?
Sí, fue un reto bastante difícil. Él es un buen bateador con gente en posición anotadora y ahora que lo tenemos en el line-up, el line-up dio un gran cambio.
It was a challenge in the past couple of weeks. He's a great RBI hitter, and with that challenge, we moved on, and now that he's back in the lineup, we definitely got an upgrade.
Seated back left, Jeff.
Maikel, you've gotten to play with Cole all season long. What is it that makes him such a good pitcher, and what particularly today did you see that was working?
Los has visto pichar toda la temporada. ¿Qué crees tú que le estaba sirviendo hoy en comparación con cómo ha estado todo el año?
¿El pitcher?
Ragans? Yes. El pitcher de nosotros.
Sí, él lo demostró toda la temporada y creo que hizo un tremendo trabajo hoy, lo demostró en la temporada también y bueno, hoy demostró que él está hecho para estos momentos y nosotros confiamos en él.
He showed it all year. We have trust in him since the beginning, and he proved today that he belongs in an environment like this.
We'll go to Jalen on your left, guys.
Maikel, how was your first experience playing in a playoff environment in the big leagues, like, in your opinion?
¿Cómo se siente la primera experiencia de jugar un primer juego de playoff?
Mira, ya vengo de jugar en Venezuela y es un poquito diferente aquí, pero creo que ya tengo esa mentalidad y sé que no puedo tratar de hacer muchas cosas porque las cosas no van a salir y yo solo un juego más y divertirme.
I got to play in a big stage in Venezuela, and it's different, but you just think about it being the same game and just trying to get hits and get on.
We'll stay right there.
How confident does it make you when you're on bases or when you see a teammate on base and then you see Bobby or Vinny or Salvi get in the batter's box?
¿Qué tanta confianza tienes cuando estamos en base y vemos bateadores como Bobby o como Salvi o como Vinny en la caja de bateo?
Sí, ellos lo demostraron toda la temporada. Bobby y Salvi impulsaron 100 carreras, Vinny no pudo porque se lesionó. Y bueno, no cualquier jugador de Grandes Ligas impulsa 100 carreras y ellos lo demostraron toda la temporada.
They prove all season that they can get RBIs, and 2 of them got 100 RBIs. Vinny didn't because he got hurt, and you know that they're good hitters when they step into the box.
Go to Jake, 5 rows on your right.
You mentioned that you played winter ball in Venezuela and that was kind of a similar experience. How did today's playoff atmosphere compare to the games that you played for Tiburones?
Jugaste en el off-season, en la temporada con los Tiburones. ¿Cómo se compara ese escenario con el escenario que estaba aquí hoy en la noche?
Casi similar, solo que en Venezuela la gente no se calla, no paran, siempre están hablando. Aquí, a medida que los pitchers van lanzando, el escenario se queda en silencio.
It's a bit different. It's louder. It seems like people don't go quiet in Venezuela. Here, they get a little quiet in between pitches, so you can definitely notice it.
Bobby, in a game that was just pitched so well, to be able to come up with that hit at the opportune time when Maikel steals second. Can you just talk about the fact that you were able to come through like that and in a game of this magnitude?
Yeah, it's just we as a team take things pitch by pitch, and that's how you got to do in these games because you never know when that one pitch is going to be the game decider. Because in a game like this, between the two teams, there's probably over 300 total pitches. You never know when that one pitch is going to matter, so you always got to just stay locked in, control what we can control, and just really be ready for anything. And so just being able to kind of get a good pitch to hit, and Maikel had a great at-bat, stole a base, and was able to kind of get on and do that was special.
Go to Annie in the middle.
Bobby, what did you see from Cole today, and just kind of this is what he's done for you guys for the past year and a half. What impresses you the most about what he's been doing?
Yeah, you said it. That's what he's been doing the year and a half, and so that's Cole Ragans, and he just went out there and did what he normally does, and so he went out there and competed through strikes, attacked the zone, and it's great playing. It's pretty easy playing defense behind him whenever he's throwing like that. But the whole pitching staff has been great throughout this whole year. We really wouldn't be in this situation without him, and also as well as the bullpen shutting it down was amazing, and just being able to, as Tommy Pham says, whenever you allow the other team to score 0 runs, you've got a 99.999% chance to win the game. So, yeah, I like our odds whenever we do that.
One row behind Maikel.
I imagine you've been looking forward to delivering the game-winning hit in a playoff game your entire life. Is this what it looked like in your mind? You know, kind of a medium-velocity grounder through the hole?
Not really. I don't even know how to answer that question, honestly. But yeah, this is what you dream of, being able to come out here and play, and just coming into Baltimore and doing that, and just being able to. It was pretty cool just to hear everyone booing you when you go out there, and just hearing the fans yelling at you, and then whenever you're able to kind of get the job done and win a game, it's pretty special. It feels good. But yeah, it's great just to kind of get that first one out of the way.
Third row on your right, Bobby.
I was going to ask kind of a similar question, but I'm just wondering if you had imagined what playing in a playoff atmosphere might have been like. How would you say this matched up with that?
Yeah, it was awesome. The fans were loud. It was great. It's always fun being able to kind of go and play in a environment like this, and so being able to kind of pull out a win in this environment is pretty special to show you what our team's made of, and what we're going to keep doing. We're just a relentless team, and we just love the moments.
Third row on your left, Jalen.
Bobby, when you stepped to the plate there in that 6th inning, did you have a thought cross your mind that maybe they could have put you on with a walk, and what were you preparing for, just going through your mind?
Yeah, you can't control that, so I really don't want to put that in my head. I just got to go up there and just try to get a good pitch, take things one pitch at a time, and control what I can control. I can control if he throws me a strike, and be able to put a good swing on it, or if not. And so I just got to be able to kind of go up there and compete, but never really want to put that in the back of your head.
Second row on your left, Bobby.
What's the mood in the clubhouse been the past hour? You know, how has it kind of shifted or transitioned from, you know, the high of obviously getting off to a good start to now, you know, shifting into the mode of game 2, trying to finish this off?
Yeah, it doesn't change at all. From pretty much this whole year, we've had a confident clubhouse. We go in there just trying to, because you go into the clubhouse, you got to know you're going to win the game, and so you can't really think of anything other than that, and then just know that each and every one person is in that clubhouse is prepared. And so that's kind of how we go about it, just making sure we're prepared each and every day, and so because that's all we can do.
You are one step closer to having a postseason at the K. How big is that hunger in the clubhouse? Like, really talk about how much the guys want that.
Yeah, it kind of gives me the chills just kind of thinking about it. Yeah, but just hearing the crowd here, and just I can't imagine it at the K. So definitely it's a goal, 100%. That's what we wanted to do, and last offseason, that's what we went into last offseason about, that we wanted to bring October baseball back to Kansas City. And so we're going to try our best just to keep doing that and just take things one pitch at a time.
Bobby, you've talked about the atmosphere. I know you're locked in, but did you take a moment or two to soak any of it in before the game, maybe afterwards?
Yeah, 100%. Right after the national anthem, and just kind of looking up in the crowd whenever they started waving their towels and everything, I'm like, this is where you want to be. This is the spots you want to be in, and this is kind of what makes you a baseball player. This is what you dream of, and so it was really special just to kind of take that moment, even right before like the first pitch, just kind of scanning the crowd and everyone. It's, even though it was orange, it was really special.
I'll go to Jake, then Stephanie.
Hey, Bobby. You got a first pitch cutter, those first 2 at-bats from Corbin Burns, both of them kind of low in the zone. He threw that pitch again in the third at-bat. Was that in the back of your mind? Were you kind of looking for that pitch? I know it's Corbin's kind of bread and butter, but was that in your head?
Yeah, I'm just trying to – I knew that's a pitch he's always going to go to. That's one of his best pitches, and he has a lot of success with it. And so just being able to try to make sure I'm on time with whatever pitch is thrown, and just being able to try to put it in play, make things happen.
And standing in the back, Stephanie, Bobby.
Kind of a lot of build-up to this one, to the first playoff game. Was there anything that anybody said in the run-up that sort of that helped you feel calm during this?
I honestly kind of felt calm throughout the whole entire game. I don't know. It was just that last inning in the ninth, it's whenever you feel the little butterflies and stuff. But it was pretty fun. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's the same game you've always played. The pitcher's 60 feet 6 inches away. First base is 90 feet away. Second base is another 90 feet away. So it's the same game. Grew up playing, and you just got to make the most of it. Yeah, it's going to be louder. Yeah, it's going to be bigger, whatever. But you just got to know that this is the game I grew up playing, loving, and this is the game I enjoy.
The two last ones, starting with Jalen here.
Bobby, you mentioned the ninth inning. What kind of, I guess, encouraging words did you guys give to Lucas Urseg there while he's going through that ninth inning, and what was it like to see him fired up when he eventually got the save?
Yeah, just pretty much just be yourself. That's what we do as a team. Is if everyone can go out there and be themselves, prepare the way they are, we're gonna succeed more times than not. And so, whenever he's able to kind of do his thing and make his pitches, he's pretty hard to hit.